Hey guys, Speedoz here, and today I bring you a new video about a Winter Orb Occultist, which was a very nice skill in the past, most played in the Synthesis League, and 1 year ago I made it as an assassin. It was very nice, I spent around 100 exalts, but now I spend a little bit less considering a few changes that happened through this year, and also through the Occultist Ascendancy, which is also very nice to the because of the power charges that we have. Okay, because in this build we are stacking as much power charges as possible by using void batteries, Occultist Ascendancy, and also the badge of the Brotherhood. So it is very nice indeed, which also gives us plenty of cast speed, which is very important as well. Okay, so to play this build, you can walk around by pressing the walk button and keep using the Vortex, which will chill the enemies and make your build more comfortable to play. Also, we are using a movementation setup by using the Smoke Mine and Flame Dash. Very common as well. Feel free to change. If you want to play a second wind with dash, it's perfectly fine. It's all about the preference. For the Winter Orb, it is pretty easy. If you lack of mana, you have a few options, because it is very important that you keep your Winter Orb at 12 stages. While mapping, you don't have this problem because you'll be constantly killing mobs and then regaining mana. But against bosses, you can either change this flask for an enduring mana flask, or you can, I don't know, maybe remove Heart of Ice so you can have a little bit more mana available. So it's really up to you, or just get more mana on your equipment and on your jewels, maybe on the tree. It's really all about the player's preference. If I was going to play this build a lot, I would either try to invest a little bit more mana on my equipment, or use an Enduring Mana Flask on my Quicksilver, because I would definitely use a Bottle of Faith as well. Okay. Also, we are using the Arcanist brand, which is very nice against Ultimatum and even bosses, because this brand will cast the Hydrosphere, the Sniper's Mark, and also the Elemental Weakness against mob and bosses. And the interaction with the Hydrosphere is that if you cast Winter Orb like this, it will not hit anything, it won't fire any projectiles, but once it has the Hydrosphere, it will aim the Hydrosphere, and this will start pulsing, dealing damage and also applying the elemental exposure. So it is very nice against bosses, and also in Ultimatum or rituals or anything that you have to run in circles, because it is a very nice mechanic to get advantage of. Okay, so in your video description, you also have the PoB. At the bottom left, I have a few suggestions for your leveling progression. Feel free to change and level as you please. Also, this jewel here, we are using a Glorious Vanity because it transforms the keystone here, which is Pain Attunement, into the Corrupted Soul. And this makes our survivability a little bit better. And also, it is very important that this is affected by Doriani. Okay, it has a few options, but most important, it has to be in the name of Doriani in order to transform into the Corrupted Soul. Okay, for the large cluster jewels, I personally went for a cheaper option. The best option, in my opinion, would be Widespread Destruction, Prismatic Heart, and Blanketed Snow. Blanketed Snow makes the cost of this large cluster jewel go up by a lot. Instead of paying 25 exalts, I paid 1.5 for this one. So between 1.5 and 25, I would definitely go for the 1.5. Also on this one, I was going to use this for my Cog Nova. So I thought, why not using Blast Freeze as well, considering that there are plenty of mobs in Harbinger and Ultimatum, so this would increase even further our survivability. It is very nice because it freezes, our freezes spread to the other enemies in a radius of 12, so it is very nice while you're playing. But be my guest, if you have plenty of exalts, why not having 2 Blanketed Snows, right? For the medium cluster jewels, we are using a Magnifier with Towering Threat Towering Threat has 80% increased maximum life, which is awesome, but both modifiers here, both notables have increased AoE modifiers, which are amazing for this build. Okay, we have 3 exact same cluster jewels, but the last one has a vast power instead, because it can increase the AoE up to a maximum of 50%. Okay, the regular jewels are basically life, multiplier, and spell damage, whatever you can. I have one also with resists, like this one, because I needed to cap my resists, but feel free. Also, I have one with corrupted blood, with whenever I could find, and the cheapest one was this, with spell damage and critical strike multiplier with cold skills. If you want the best modifiers, or the best options, would definitely be 2 or 3 critical strike modifiers with 1 increased maximum life, because your maximum life would then be converted as extra energy shield by using the corrupted soul. This is my recommendation for you. Regarding the skills, you have the 6-link Winter Orb, like I told you, the 4-link Aura, 3-link Vortex. Also, I'm using a Castle Damage Taken setup to summon automatically my Summon Lightning Golem, because I don't want to keep summoning this Golem. It helps with the damage, but if you want to keep pressing and keep summoning him, be my guest as well, you can increase its level even further. But I left this at level 2, because it will respect the Castle Damage Taken role. Also, the Steel Skin helps us with our survivability. So very nice setup indeed for me. A 4-link with Arcanist Brand to cast our curses, and the Hydrosphere, because it will apply the exposure and also the pulse damage as well. The 4-link movements with a Frostbite on our ring, and the Summon Greater Harbinger of Time. This is important because when you log in, you can summon this Greater Harbinger Time, which is the summon here, and it will never die. It will, from time to time, grade you a buff, which increases our action speed by a lot, which is very nice for the cast speed and also movement speed, which is this kind of windy aura here. Okay. Regarding the items, we are using 2 void batteries, so we can have up to 10 power charges, and we are using also a badge of the Brotherhood, which will increase our number of maximum frenzy charges equal to our maximum number of power charges. This way we are able to use up to 10 power and frenzy charges, but we don't have a way of getting frenzy charges, right? How do we counter this? By having a frenzy on hit chest. I did this with an Awakener Orb with frenzy charge on hit, with another chest with apply additional curse. I got lucky by hitting a very nice roll of maximum life, and then I crafted the maximum life and maximum mana. Also, you can craft the gain maximum life as extra energy shield if you want. But this is how we are gaining frenzy charges all the time. And this Blizzard Crown helmet was the most expensive item of the build, and this is the base that I was talking to you guys before, because it was introduced in Ritual League, and it is a very nice helm because it has plenty of added skull damage, which adds to our spell damage as well, to our Winter Orb. And how I did this, I bought this base with the Winter Orb maximum 2 stages for 20 exalts. It is not mandatory, the enchantment. It is good, but it's not mandatory. What I think it's mandatory is to have a Blizzard Crown base with the Awakener Orb of maximum power charges and nearby code res. But for this helmet, since I was paying 20 exalts already, I thought, why not elevating both mods? So I elevated the nearby code res on the Blizzard Crown base. I elevated the maximum power charge on another base, then Awakener both helmets, resulted in this one with Chaos Res and increased elemental damage because I was lucky. Very fortunate craft there. And then I craft some resists even with Chaos Res. Surge Binders is a very nice gloves as well, because it increases our elemental damage and spell damage per power and frenzy charge, and we have 10 of them, so on these gloves is alone 70% increased elemental damage and spell damage. Very nice gloves for a very cheap. I think I bought this one for 30 chaos or 40 chaos. It was very cheap considering the amount of damage it gives to us. This replica Enia's Epiphany can be changed by a rare, boots with elusive and tailwind with movement speed, some life. If you get elusive boots, you can replace, you can remove these 3 points and get something else. The rare rings are very nice because I got a frostbite with added cold damage per frenzy charge and also a added cold damage per frenzy charge on this one with life resist. And also this belt, which is very nice because it gives us the buff that increases our action speed, and cast speed is very welcome considering it affects the frequency of that the Winter Orb fires the projectiles itself. Okay, the Dying Sun with Diamond Flask, Quartz Flask, Cinder Swallow, and Quicksilver. Onslaught is always welcome. The phasing as well. This could be replaced by a Bottle of Faith or Enduring Mana Flask like I told you, or a Bottle of Faith and Enduring Mana Flask here against bosses. Very nice option, very nice upgrade. And the Dying Sun because it adds 2 additional projectiles to our build, which is also welcome. And also I'm playing with a Inspired Learning because in Ultimatum League this increases our survivability, damage, and clear speed by a lot, so it is very nice. We don't generate any endurance charges, we only need 4 notables here, and I was getting this devotion increased maximum life anyway. Also the power charges, the elemental res is also welcome, so why not getting the endurance charge as well and getting an Inspired Learning, right? You can replace this duel with a Transcendent Flash and gain plenty of multiplier, and then if you have more points to spend, such as having an elusive boots, you can then put this Inspired Learning here or either here. It's really up to the player's preference, but I would highly suggest you to have either Inspired Learning or Headhunter for this build, because you will feel you'll find a lot more fun to play, in my opinion, because it will transform the build literally. It will make your Winter Orb clear speed increase by a lot. Okay.
When I'm ready,
so
and not before.
Like I told you, I spent around 8 exalts. I'm very happy with the results considering how nostalgic it is to play the Winter Orb. I would definitely if you get this currency and play other builds or the meta builds, it will definitely be better. But Winter Orb is very nostalgic, and I think taking advantage of the power charge and frenzy charge stacking, it is a very nice way to play this build. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you very much for watching, and see you next time. What's this? A real challenge.
You finally caught my attention.
I need more mana.
Die.
É, aqui a gente vai ter que usar mesmo. Enduring Mana Flask, famoso. Essa música é boa demais.
The others found strength in their projection. They became reliant. Die. Be silent.
Exile Catalyst de mana. Fury of the Cosmos.
Really interesting enough to warrant all this pain. Die. Death.
I am alive. Caramba, ele não se teleportou, velho. Relaxa, hein? Relaxa. Mancada. Ou se bem que até nessa fight... Ah, não, né? O que dá pra fazer também é usar o Flask normal sem ser o Enduring e não usar o Heart of Ice e usar o Zealot no lugar. Aí fica um pouquinho mais de mana.
I need more mana.